Welcome to the channel. Before we begin, take a moment to subscribe and like the video if these long, reflective philosophy meditations help you find clarity or peace. Now, let us begin. The ancient world moved with a confidence we no longer possess. Empires rose, temples stood, and people believed they already knew what mattered. In the middle of this certainty walked a strange and barefoot man, Socrates, asking questions nobody wanted to hear, but everyone needed. He believed the greatest tragedy was not poverty or illness or death. The real tragedy was sleepwalking through life, living without ever asking why. Socrates called people to examine life the way a sculptor examines a block of marble, turning it slowly, searching for its hidden form, chipping away all that is unnecessary. This examination wasn't about becoming perfect. It was about becoming awake. It was about seeing yourself without illusions, your desires, your fears, your contradictions, your habits, the stories you tell yourself to avoid uncomfortable truths. Socrates pushed people toward honesty, even when honesty burned. The unexamined life, he said, isn't evil, it's just wasted. A life spent chasing shadows instead of substance. His call was simple. Live attentively. Live thoughtfully. Live as if your choices actually matter. Because they do.
Socrates invites us to a life of examination. To live without reflection, he famously warns, is a life unworthy of human dignity. This call is not simply about pondering ideas, it is about turning inward, questioning our assumptions, and attending to the quality of our thoughts and actions. In the quiet of reflection, we begin to notice the choices that shape our lives. We ask ourselves, are we living honestly? Are we acting with integrity? Are our desires aligned with reason and virtue? This examination is both gentle and demanding, encouraging a deep awareness of self. Socrates shows that life gains depth only when we pause, inquire, and reflect. Each thought, each decision becomes an opportunity to engage more fully with the world and with our own minds. In the stillness of night, imagine this reflective practice as a soft light guiding your consciousness toward clarity and calm. Socratic ignorance, knowing that you don't know. Socrates reminds us that true wisdom begins with the recognition of our own ignorance. To claim knowledge we do not possess is to blind ourselves to growth and understanding. The first step toward insight is the humble admission, I do not know. This acknowledgement does not weaken us. Rather, it opens the mind to inquiry, curiosity, and learning. It allows us to approach life with a sense of wonder and a readiness to explore ideas beyond our immediate understanding. As you breathe slowly and let your body relax, imagine the freedom that comes from admitting what you do not know. In that space, there is calm, openness, and the gentle potential for true wisdom to grow. Dialogue as a path to truth. For Socrates, truth is rarely found in solitude. It emerges through dialogue, through the careful exchange of ideas, questions, and reflections. Conversation becomes a mirror, revealing inconsistencies in thought, hidden assumptions, and overlooked insights. Socratic dialogue is not about winning an argument or proving oneself right. It is about mutual exploration, a shared journey toward understanding. By engaging others thoughtfully, we refine our own beliefs and approach truth with humility and patience. In the quiet of night, imagine yourself in such a dialogue, not with noise or distraction, but with calm curiosity. Each question you pose, each answer you consider, becomes a stepping stone toward clarity. Through this gentle exchange of ideas, the mind stretches, deepens, and finds serenity in understanding. The inner voice, daimonion. Socrates speaks of the daimonion, an inner voice that guides us, warns us, and gently restrains us from wrongdoing. It is not a loud command, but a quiet, persistent awareness that nudges us toward ethical action and self-reflection. This inner voice serves as a moral compass, reminding us to act with integrity even when external pressures or desires tempt us otherwise. It teaches patience, attentiveness, and respect for our own conscience. Listening to the daimonion requires stillness and attentiveness. In the quiet of night, imagine tuning in to this subtle guidance, allowing it to shape your thoughts, your decisions, and your reflections. It is a source of gentle wisdom, quietly steering you toward virtue and calm awareness. Virtue and the care of the soul. For Socrates, the cultivation of virtue is inseparable from the care of the soul. The soul is the seat of thought, character, and moral sensitivity, and its well-being depends on consistent reflection, ethical living, and the pursuit of wisdom. Virtue is not merely an outward display of good behavior. It is an internal harmony, a refinement of desires, judgments, and emotions, so that they align with reason and the greater moral order. To care for the soul is to nurture this harmony, to protect it from corruption by vice, and to strengthen it through contemplation and disciplined action. Every moment of self-examination, every ethical decision, every act of honesty or compassion contributes to this cultivation. Like tending a garden, the soul requires patient attention, awareness, and careful nourishment. Neglect leads to inner turmoil, while devotion to virtue brings serenity and clarity. In the calm of night, imagine tending your own soul with gentle care. Reflect on your thoughts, your choices, and the alignment of your actions with your deeper values. Feel the subtle peace that grows from nurturing the inner life, knowing that each moment spent in virtue strengthens the foundation of your being. The search for definitions. Socrates believed that clarity in thought begins with precise definitions. To understand concepts like justice, courage, or piety, we must probe deeply, question assumptions, and strive to articulate what these ideas truly mean. This search is not trivial. Everyday conversations often rely on vague, imprecise terms, which lead to misunderstandings and shallow thinking. By examining definitions, we refine our understanding, sharpen our reasoning, and bring coherence to our moral and intellectual lives. The process is methodical yet gentle,
We ask, we challenge, we reconsider, always aiming for a more accurate and meaningful grasp of concepts. This practice trains the mind to move beyond surface impressions and cultivate intellectual and ethical depth. As you rest quietly, imagine yourself gently exploring each idea with care. Feel the calm clarity that arises when your mind attends to truth, seeking understanding in every word, every thought, every quiet reflection. Wisdom through questioning. For Socrates, the path to wisdom is paved with questions. To live thoughtfully is to continuously inquire, to challenge assumptions, and to probe the foundations of our beliefs. Each question opens a window into deeper understanding, revealing truths that might otherwise remain hidden. This method is not about defeating others in debate, but about refining one's own mind. By questioning ourselves and those around us, we confront uncertainty, uncover inconsistencies, and nurture intellectual humility. Wisdom, in Socratic terms, grows slowly, cultivated through patient reflection and persistent curiosity. Even in the quiet of night, we can practice this form of questioning. Consider gently examining your thoughts, your motivations, and your assumptions. Each question becomes a tool to quiet mental clutter, bringing clarity, calm, and a subtle sense of peace. As you sink further into stillness, let your mind wander through this reflective dialogue, finding serenity in the process of thoughtful inquiry. Courage in the face of uncertainty. Socrates teaches that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act rightly even when outcomes are uncertain. Life is filled with unknowns, and yet moral integrity demands that we remain steadfast, guided by reason and principle, rather than by convenience or fear. Courage involves confronting the possibility of error, social disapproval, or personal loss while staying committed to truth and virtue. It is a quiet strength, an inner fortitude that steadies the mind and soul against the turbulence of life. In the calm of night, imagine this courage as a gentle, steady flame within you. Even as uncertainties arise in thought or circumstance, you remain anchored by your values, confident in your capacity to act with wisdom and integrity. This courage is not loud or forceful. It is serene, reflective, and deeply sustaining.
Integrity and the unpopular truth. Socrates lived by the principle that integrity requires unwavering commitment to truth, even when it is unpopular or met with resistance. To compromise one's beliefs for comfort or approval or ease is to betray the very foundation of the examined life. Integrity is not performative, it is internal. It is the alignment of thought, speech, and action with reasoned understanding and ethical conviction. When faced with societal pressures, deception, or injustice, maintaining integrity demands patience, reflection, and quiet courage. As you settle into the stillness of night, envision yourself holding fast to truth. Feel the calm strength of knowing that your convictions are guided by careful reflection and moral clarity. Let the serenity of integrity wash over you, a gentle assurance that living honestly, even in solitude, brings inner peace. Death, mystery, and the calm mind. Socrates approached death not with fear, but with curious reflection and calm acceptance. For him, the unknown was not something to dread, but an inevitable part of the human condition. By contemplating mortality, we learn to live more deliberately, appreciating the present, and aligning our actions with virtue. The mystery of life reminds us that we are finite beings, and that the world holds questions beyond our immediate understanding. Instead of anxiety, Socratic thought encourages serenity and clarity, to focus on what we can examine, understand, and influence, and to accept what lies beyond our comprehension. This reflection on mortality cultivates a calm mind. By recognizing the limits of our control, we release attachment to trivial worries, grounding ourselves in reason, virtue, and ethical awareness. Death becomes a teacher, guiding us to act wisely, cherish integrity, and nurture the soul. As you relax, let the quiet acceptance of life's mysteries fill your mind. Feel the gentle peace that comes from embracing the unknown with reasoned reflection, allowing your thoughts to drift calmly toward rest.
Living with purpose and moderation. Socrates teaches that a meaningful life is one lived with purpose and moderation. Virtue, self-awareness, and deliberate action guide us toward fulfilling our potential without being enslaved by excess or distraction. Purpose is not found in fleeting pleasures or external accolades, but in the alignment of our actions with reason, ethical reflection, and care for the soul. Every choice becomes an opportunity to cultivate wisdom, honesty, and compassion. Moderation ensures that our desires and impulses do not dominate, allowing us to act with clarity and balance. By integrating purpose and moderation into daily life, we create a rhythm of thoughtful action. Each decision, from the smallest to the most consequential, becomes a reflection of self-discipline and intention. The soul flourishes in this balance, gaining strength, serenity, and a quiet depth of character. As you rest, imagine your life as a gentle current of meaningful choices, flowing steadily with awareness and moderation. Feel the calm that arises from living thoughtfully, with purpose, and in harmony with your own reasoned principles. The quiet discipline of self-reflection. Socrates emphasizes that the foundation of wisdom is self-reflection. This discipline is quiet, patient, and continuous, inviting us to examine our thoughts, actions, and motives with honesty and care. By observing ourselves, we uncover inconsistencies, correct errors, and cultivate a deeper understanding of our inner life. Self-reflection is not judgmental or harsh. It is gentle, like tending a garden, nurturing growth while removing what is harmful. It strengthens the soul, guiding us toward integrity, virtue, and calm awareness. The consistent practice of reflection helps align our desires with reason, our actions with moral principles, and our life with purpose. In the stillness of night, imagine yourself turning inward with patience and care. Observe your thoughts as they drift, gently noting what aligns with your values and what requires attention. This quiet discipline fosters serenity, clarity, and a profound sense of inner peace. As you settle into the quiet of night, allow the wisdom of Socrates to guide your mind into calm reflection. The examined life, with its inquiry, integrity, courage, and care for the soul, offers a gentle path toward clarity and serenity. Remember that true wisdom begins with self-awareness, honesty, and thoughtful questioning. Each reflection, each ethical choice, and each moment of virtue is a step toward inner peace, even amidst life's uncertainties. Before you drift fully into rest, a gentle reminder. If you enjoyed this exploration of Socratic philosophy and wish to experience more calming, thought-provoking content, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. Your support allows us to continue sharing these reflective journeys with you. Let the quiet discipline of thought, the care of your soul, and the serenity of reason carry you into sleep. Feel the gentle calm of your mind, the steady presence of ethical reflection, and the soft assurance of living with purpose until your consciousness drifts peacefully into dreams.